One of the main motivators for those of us who want to pursue the FIRE road is leaving behind a toxic workplace. And this video is about using the financial independence retire early road to leave corporate America behind. Now, corporate America has a potential to be great, but for most of us, let's be honest, it isn't. Okay, it can be incredibly toxic. It can wreck our mental and physical well-being over time. And I think we have all had to deal with passive-aggressive bosses and hostile coworkers, superiors who use their position of power to denigrate and ridicule us. And of course, it's painful for those of us on the receiving end. And it's my sincere hope that the current work environment will change in the future, and that maybe ConCap ends up becoming a part of that change. But in the meantime, for those of us who don't want to wait for that change to happen, there's the FIRE road. So here's the deal, right? Most of us have experienced a toxic work environment. Most of us have faced some degree of discrimination at work. And more important than all of that, most of us don't like our jobs. Now, at some point, we have to ask ourselves the question, right? Why do we keep going back to these kinds of toxic work environments? Well, the answer is because we have to. Most of us live paycheck to paycheck. Most of us feel stressed out about our finances. It is no wonder that millennials and Gen Zers have been quiet quitting on the job the way they have been. I think our generation, perhaps more than previous ones, is really prioritizing our mental and psychological well-being. And it's obvious to our generation that they can't flourish or thrive or develop their passion by working in such stifling environments. I'm sure many of you watching feel the same way. And if you can share your experience at your toxic workplace in the comments below, I'd love to hear your stories. So it's not much of a surprise to me that the FIRE road is being looked at more seriously than it has in the past. It's been gaining popularity because people are asking themselves really three questions. 1, do I love my job? 2, am I passionate about what I do? 3, if I don't love my job, and if I'm not passionate about what I do, why am I spending so much of my time doing it? And remember, it's not just the 40-hour work week. You have to add back the time that it takes to get ready for work, to travel to and from work, hanging out with coworkers and bosses that you may or may not like. It's all of these things that take up so much of our time. So it's important to ask these questions. Some may say, well, if you don't like your job, just quit and then do what you love to do. Well, that can be a terrible way to live if you don't have the money. If I want to be an artist, for example, well, there's not a whole lot of money there, and there's probably lots of competition. So our view at ConCap is make the money, make enough of it, and then leave your job so that you can do what you love to do. Leave when you reach the point where you're no longer reliant on the income from your job. We call this your point of financial independence. So do your job in the corporate world, work on lowering your expenses so that you're saving and investing a larger and larger percentage of your income. Do this over several years, and you'll eventually have a large enough early retirement nest egg that allows you to leave corporate America behind. Thanks for watching. If you like this content and found it helpful, feel free to share this with your friends and family. And don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon so you get notified of new videos as they're released. And if you've made up your mind, you've decided you want to become a client and start on your road to financial independence, head on over to our website and fill out the requirements form. The URL is listed in the description below. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next video.